So I'm having a dilemma. I don't know how to pack this package. I think it's too full. So anyway, let's catch up, shall we? It's already 10 p.m. Both babies are sleeping. I rarely come up here in my office since giving birth. So I just come up here if I need to pack orders. And yes, I usually do it. Well, I can only do it when the babies are sleeping. This scenario, when it's only me who's up at night, has been familiar since giving birth to Kari. There's a kind of loneliness in motherhood that's dawned on me just because of the new weight or the new responsibilities I carry. Maybe new moms can relate. I first felt this when I gave birth to Kari, when almost, every day, every night, you find yourself alone with the baby. Nothing made me feel as unseen as motherhood did. Putting your baby's needs before yours always often leave your own needs forgotten. I'm super thankful that my husband, does his best to make me feel taken care of, and he's considerate of my needs. Even when I say that it's okay, don't bother, but he extends help, he extends support. Even he himself also has his own share of responsibilities and challenges as a father, as a husband, as a provider, as a leader. As human beings, we could only do so much because my husband works also more than 8 hours a day. So we can only be really together before he goes to work and after he works. So that span of time when I'm just alone with the babies, the weight of the responsibility heavily falls on me as the mother and homemaker. There are many moments, when both babies are immensely clingy. I'm just so thankful that my mom is so supportive. But even that falls short because, of course, everybody has their own responsibilities and they can't be with me all the time. In those moments that I don't have a person to turn to, it could feel like, oh, it's just me. It's just me who needs to deal with this disciplinary thing with my firstborn. Oh, it's just me to handle both of them crying for nanay at the same time. Pag tulog na ang lahat, gising ka pa rin kasi hindi pa rin tapos yung mga gagawin mo. But you know what? The blessing of that, you could go straight to God. Carrying heavy responsibilities pushes me to seek the source himself of true, satisfying communion and fellowship. That's only found in God himself. I'm so thankful that my marriage, could reflect that oneness in the union. But even, the best of relationships fall short to the fellowship that we can have with Christ himself. And I'm saying that because the lonely side of motherhood is actually an invitation from God himself. Go straight to him, to seek him as my refuge. And it's just so amazing when God uses the unlikely people to give comfort and encouragement. It's like the life of Hagar, a single mother who knew what it felt like to be unseen as she was an outcast. But God encountered her. She encountered God. And she called God El Rawi, the God who sees me. In that moment of abandonment, probably the first time in her life, when she felt truly seen, including all her questions, her pain, her hurts. It just speaks deeply to my heart as a mother that God sees all of that as well. As mothers, we have a lot of cares and struggles with anxieties of how to take care of our children, of this and that. And even those things God sees, knows, and understands. No matter how humanly impossible it could sound, He asks us to lay all these down at His feet, because these burdens are not ours to carry. He's inviting us to pour out everything to Him and seek Him as our refuge. If we could, care so much about our families, our children, how more does He care for them? Yeah, I'm 7 weeks postpartum, and I'm still, limping my way through healing and recovery, honestly, physically, mentally, and emotionally. But I thank God for His grace, how He carries me, and I know grace will carry us moving forward. There's really no other way to mother but to mother by faith, depending on Christ Himself. That's where my hope is anchored, na hindi ako papabayaan ng Panginoon. The sleepless nights, it feels endless right now. Dandaan lang din to. And through it all, God's goodness. The siren sounded na. Curfew na ng mga minor. So as I was saying, I know that God's goodness will be written all over these experiences. And He's using everything, absolutely everything. Nothing in our lives, no experience is ever wasted with God. He uses all of these to conform us to the image of Christ, to make our hearts tender and open to Him, His will, His purposes. Being refined is painful, especially when you're going through the fires of life. But even that is God's expression of grace to us, to grow us, to prune us. And we can trust, His ways, that He has our best interest at the heart. Anything, that could lead us closer to Christ, be it pain, be it loss or grief, anything that could make us more like Him, for suffering, is worth it. It's still worth it.